Go off? Or Charlene? Sorry. We gotta shut the music off, guys. Good morning. We'll just kind of clean up my mess as I was getting everything ready. We got a couple things going on. Lots of new things to show you. Couple techniques. I'm going to go through some of the new things and some show and tell, and then go through those new die cut and 3D embossing folders from Lisa Horton. So I was playing with them Wednesday night and Thursday, and Charlene was playing too, and we have lots of samples to show you with that. A lot of fun stuff. So good morning, Kim. I see that you see some of your samples out. And I just want to mention too, we had switched our email provider. So we have a new email system that we're using. So we'll be sending out some test emails. And we found that some of the people that were not able to get our other email are now receiving from the new provider. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of exciting. So to watch for kind of a different look, but it's very similar to the other company. So we're going to get started. Easter. What day is Easter, guys? I don't even remember. I asked Mark. 17th. Is it 23rd? Mid or to the end?
I think it's the
Let's
third.
See.
It's the third Sunday.
Yes, I did send you lots of pictures, Donna. So anyways, let's start off with some Pretty Pink Posh. And these are some samples here that Kim posted on our blog on Monday. And we love Pretty Pink Posh. And this is a set that she does with every release, kind of these wreaths. And there's all these different little fun spring little icons. There is a coordinating die with this if you need the die. And these are the cards that Kim made. The little wreath. This other little bunny and the little sign came from another set from Pretty Pink Posh. And I love the little twine on there. It just kind of sets that off. Love the little spring paper on the background. And I love that she did this. It's just a card using all those little tiny icons on the back. So you could, in itself, you can use those just like that. And oh my gosh, remember this ribbon? This was, years ago, and we haven't, been using a lot of ribbon, and it's nice to kind of bring it back. This was always the top-selling ribbon, this sheer polka dotted stuff. So Kim, did you bring this out of your stash, or did you grab it from the store? Oh, that's awesome. Perfect. Hey Mark, I think somebody used it. If you see a sample, there's a sample of it. Mark just found a bunch of sunflower dyes, so I'll share that with you. This is another set from Pretty Pink Posh. So you get the 3 different windows, which actually would look really cute in a slimline card. And you have these little borders. You have the daffodil, which can be Easter or spring, and the little Easter eggs. And here's just a really simple, sweet little card done with these. You can see there's glossy accents on here. Probably Wink of Stella. We have some sequins. Just a fun little kind of set. And this, daffodils by themselves, like I said, not just Easter, but spring. So we'll move those off to the side. Boxes. We have lots of cute little boxes. This is a little scallop box from Lawn Fawn. And for those of you that been collecting Lawn Fawn for a long time, with this box, they have a whole series of add-on dies. And this is the Easter version. Which it has a little roof, it has a little picket fence, and all these little windows and icons that you can create these cute little boxes.
Where are the ones that?
I moved them over here.
Oh,
I
those are
worked.
cuter.
Yeah.
Those are cuter.
Oh, Charlene,
Yes.
there's a card somebody made with that die. I think it's the blue one. Mona did this, and actually in here she put a little tea light. Let's see. I pulled this out from our stash. So there's a little tea light candle in there. And let me close it back up. Because in the window she used vellum. You can use acetate or vellum, but the little light should shine through. But maybe because it's been there for like over a year, it's not as bright as it once was. But just another cute little project that you can make. Just shut this off. I think we just need to put a new one in, find a new one. Here's another really simple little version, and this uses the little bunny set from IO, and in here you get 8 different little bunny positions, and this is a new die set from Sizzix, and it has the Happy Easter in it, and I like that kind of script font, and she did, it looks like 2 different stacks, so it's a little bit higher, but you have Happy Mother's Day in here, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Thanksgiving, Father's Day, Happy Valentine's Day. So you have a nice selection of different holiday sentiments that you can add onto your cards. Another sweet little box that we've had is this little box from Darcy's, and I thought this was a cute little spring paper, and Charlene put this little box together. And we could put little flowers or something on the corners, or you could just leave it. We just put a little bit of twine on the top. It's kind of like a little mini milk can. With that same paper, which I really love, is that same little box that we used over here. And I believe with each box you cut them twice. We did use 12 by 12 paper, this one you probably can get, oh gosh, I don't know if you'd be able to get, definitely one, maybe 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 out of a 12 by 12. This one, you would definitely only get one, but all of the nice pattern paper comes 12 by 12, so not 8.5 by 11. And yesterday we had Mona do a little Friday version, in case you missed it. This is the ongoing series. This is the truck die from iCrafter, which we are out of right now, but we are going to be getting more. And she showed you last time the St. Patrick's Day. And we had this one, and I think the Valentine's Day, I have to dig it back out. We're going to do a little display of all these. And then we have the little spring one that she did. She used a variety of little peeps and eggs, and we have a little grass in there. So, it's a very versatile die. Like we use this, I think, at Christmas, but it's just not for Christmas. I think we're working on Mona's going to work on a Mother's Day. She's not a big advocate of flowers, but she's going to do one with flowers, I think. It's her least favorite. Okay, so we have that. Oh, and then Mark is kind of rearranging the back corner, and we have this sunflower die. We have our ongoing collection of cards in support of Ukraine, filling up our back counter, so thank you to everybody. Somebody brought this one in, and Mark is cleaning up a corner and came across a whole stash of these dies. So we have these, and I don't know who made this. Oh, Lynette made it. So we have this, so we'll kind of put these, we have a little section going of our sunflower, and we'll move those dies over there. We got a small order in of Whimsy stamps. We sold out of the egg die, that has been replenished. We also had another die that was the sun and the clouds and the bird. We got more of those back in. This is a new stamp, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you have it's the sunflower in the back with the bee. It could be a sunflower, it could be a daisy, it could be whatever, but to me it looks like a sunflower, and that very cool bee, if you look at all the detail that's in there. So this is a red rubber stamp, and you can see it's big. Love it. And Whimsy has a couple of the foil plates. So this is a new one that coordinates with their new Sympathy stamp set. So you have this beautiful tree, you have Sympathy in a lot of different fonts. There is a coordinating die that goes with it that works for the stamp set, and it works for the foil. And I was playing this morning with the foil, and I have a couple of these images that I need to cut, and then I'll show you at another time, sometime either Wednesday or next Saturday, the cards that I created with these foil images. And this, what's his name? Pike? I forgot his first name. One of their,
yeah, because he did
the artists. Yeah,
the donkeys.
This is like really funny because it's, you have these like vultures, and it's like you owe buzzard, and just over the hill, like the melting candles. So for those people and and family and friends that you have that would appreciate this sense of humor, this is a really cute stamp set. And then this is the new release from Heartfelt Creations, and you'll see some samples in the store. This is the sweet pea, so that you, with the molds, can make dimensional sweet pea flowers. This is just a stamp alone, by itself for card making. This is actually really cool. It's a vase, so works great with their stamps, but a lot of other floral designs. People are always looking for containers to put their flowers in, and that's hard to see. So there's a stamp and die set, and this is the die that goes with the 3D for the molds. So now to the, before I do that, this is a new die from Whimsy. It's the scalloped rectangle. You have two of the scallop rectangles, and then other matting dies, and what they call this one, the sprinkles, because inside here are these little decorative sprinkles, which are kind of fun. Okay, now to the embossing folders. So this is the embossing folders can be used just by themselves. Do you have one that you didn't cut out that you just embossed?
Yes,
one of your
I do.
sample?
Yeah,
we'll just show.
Oh, that I just cut out?
No, that you didn't cut out, that you just embossed.
Yeah, here you go.
So,
There you go.
okay. So you can use them as such. You can just emboss them on your paper and leave it at that. And then you have the option, because there are dies with these, that you can use the die cut. Now I wrote this on the back, and it's okay. This one ran through first with the embossing folder, and then lined up the die cut and cut it. This one was die cut first, then it kind of fits right into the embossing folder.
Laid right on the other side.
Yeah, it's like super easy. It fits right in there, and then embossed it.
Yep, it fit right in there.
Yeah, it kind of like when you die cut it. Let's see.
Well, it went the other way for me.
Yeah, it kind of like nestles right in there because it's set down, and your paper will fit
No
right
tape.
in there.
I used no
Yeah,
tape on either one of them.
Yep, she didn't use any tape. And what we found, it works both ways, but I don't know if you could see.
Can we color it maybe?
Well, I'm going to color, this one. But in the definition, the 3D part, this is the one that was embossed first and then ran through. And then this one was die cut and ran through. This has a little more dimension because when you run it through, after you've embossed it to die cut it, it kind of flattens and becomes maybe almost a regular embossing folder. You still have dimension, but you lose some of that. And you'll see if you get any of these, but they work either way. The dies are sold as a set. They only come as a set. One of the ways that I was playing with these is, these are our old store markers. I was then going and I colored with my Copics on top. You can see these are like super dry.
And a darker one?
These are really bad. I need to go through them and So anyways, that's not going to happen. But I have better samples to show you. But I just kind of went and I did a lot of flicking. The first one I did, I realized I needed to start light and work up. So my next one will be better. This is a darker color. But you can see.
That's much better.
I need the R81. I don't have that here. But you can bring life to these. So I did a lot of flicking. So you can add color to these. So let me show you. I did the peony. And when I colored this with my Copic, I started in the back, and the colors I realized were probably a little bit darker. I didn't have light showing. So this one, I definitely came out much better, but it was really easy. And you didn't color heavy, so it went into those little cracks. You want to have those white areas to give the dimension. But that was just one way that you can use these. So you can emboss and color with your Copics. This is the hibiscus. There is a die that will cut out one of these, this one. So you can use it separately, or you can use this as the entire background. And this is the card that I did. I don't know if you can tell. This is the new Happy Birthday die from Memory Box. And I actually used our sparkle spray on the back. And, you know, when you see it in person, it just looks beautiful. It's just very simple and beautiful. So it was just embossed. I didn't use the die cut. I used another die cut. This is the sweet pea. You saw earlier just the image embossed with white. On this one, I embossed it on a pink paper, and then I used my Wink of Stella on it and just used a die cut and some pattern paper on the background. Super simple, super easy. And this is really cool. Charlene, can you grab the jar of the product that she used? And that is just really cool because it hits, it hits all that high parts.
I think that's the one I used, actually.
Yep. So this is the gilding polish, and we use this in our stamp camp, the gold one on our pine cone 3D. But look how beautiful.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
That's just what I had on my desk.
Yeah.
The luster would have been gorgeous.
On white paper would have been, but this is gorgeous. So you can see how beautiful this works. These have these little sponges right in here. It's really important to read the directions. You want to slightly dampen this. You don't need water coming out. It's just a slight damp. You put it in the cream, and less is best, and then just run it across the high top. of your embossed design. Then this gets washed with water and let that dry and then put it back in there for storage. The reason why it's important to read the directions, because if you don't wash this after using it, it hardens and you'll ruin your sponge. You won't have your tool to use. You can use other tools, your Tim blending tool, but why? Because they give this to you. So as long as you wash it, you'll be able to use it over and over. And this comes in a ton of different colors. The daffodil. Now on this one, you can see that this is just cut or embossed in the white, not even cut out. And look how beautiful that is by itself. And in this version, what I did is I did it twice. I did one in green paper and one in yellow. I cut the flower heads off and attached it. I just glued them on top of, because there's green underneath, if you can see that. Before I did that, I actually added a little bit of color with my polychromos, just to kind of give this a little white edge. You can see the little orange in the center, darker yellow around here. And just another way to use it. And the one probably is everybody's least favorite.
It's the
It's
best.
like people were wondering, like, why did you get mushrooms? But I thought it was just really kind of cool. And I thought, what a great card. Like you can put two, like my the fungi, like to my fungi guy, or we were coming up with a bunch of different things. But so this one, this is where Charlene did it in black. And she found that because she embossed it first and die cut, and you did kind of lose some of the definition, she went back and did it again and double stacked it, which is actually a really cool idea. And then did it on the black again and added colored pencil to it. And
So versatile.
yeah, and this is what I did. I did it on this kind of tan cream colored paper, and I used my brushes. And I used the pumice stone kind of for the inside of this mushroom, like that top part. And I went around with a brown, and it could have very well been maybe vintage photo or something, Yeah, just on the craft.
On mine. So you're showing that purple.
Oh, that looks really good. And then I did a little bit of green down here. But I just used my brushes, and I just took a little piece of cardstock, and kind of, when I was doing, the underside, kind of covered up the top so my brown wouldn't get into it, and just went around. But I really love the mushroom. It looks super cool. I better, we're trying to find a cool background paper to put on there, but for now, this is all that I had. And I couldn't find, I tried embossing some backgrounds and it didn't work, so I just added some of my brown distress ink around there and put a little bit of twine on it. Oh, To a Fun Guy. Yes, To a Fun Guy, but it's F-U-N-G-I-E or something, or
F-U-N-G-I.
G-I, yep. So very versatile. So using these, you can use your brushes. I'll just go back over those. You can use your brushes.
Oh, you want that sample? Let me bring the samples back.
Let's see, we did
Sprays, brushes, Copics.
using your sparkle sprays and just do them kind of plain. Winkostella colored paper. Coloring with Copics. I'm just using colored cardstock and colored pencils. I did do one in watercolor. I haven't picked up my watercolors in a long time. I didn't finish it, so we'll have that
gonna
one
tell
out. Yeah, I did use watercolor paper, but I brought my paints out, and it's like something I need to kind of warm up, so.
Loose wrist.
Yep.
Loosen your wrists.
Well, it wasn't that. I just haven't used watercolor in a long time. So with my Copics, it dries instantly. And then to do layers with the watercolor, I needed to wait, for it to dry, blah, blah, blah. And I have no patience. So loving those embossing folders. And then last of all, we have some new products in from Waffle Flower. These are the hot foil plates. So we have the triple line diamond foil plate. We have the tiny dot foil plate, which I tried to do a sample this morning, but I had too many extra shims on there. So it definitely did not work. But I would use this for something, parts and pieces. But what I found rather interesting, because I didn't realize I had so many extra shims, that there was a piece of paper that was, you can actually run your folders through and emboss them. So you don't have to foil, so there's another way to use your folders. I have one because I had about 4 sheets and I only needed 2. So, but anyways, keep that in mind. They have a lot of basic dies, and I love them because they have a magnetic sheet in there. Yeah, it might have been the back side of that one that I showed. Okay. But we got the circles in, we got ovals, we got squares, we got rectangles. This is just a cute little fun envelope die. This is not a new one, but it's probably a really good one. It's one of those nested rectangle frame dies. A lot of times I like to put a frame around the edge of my card that's a little 3D and kind of recess the design underneath. This would be a really good one. Oh, the Lisa Horton, they should be. Cheryl, I'll look. I'm pretty sure Jess had them on there. But if not, you can just give me a call. See if they're on the online store. If not, I'll contact Jess and have her do them. I will. This is just a random tiny dot folder, which I thought was very, very cute. They're just not perfect like that, the plate, the hot foil plate. And we just got their new brushes in. And here you can do, you can fit this little brush in those little areas and do like multicolor rainbow instead of all one color. But let me just go back to these little brushes. This is the set, and you have 2 different shading brushes. If you can see, they kind of have a little bit of an angle on them. And we have this tiny little one. Once again, you can see that little angle for small little areas and the little bigger size. This is the 4-pack, where you get 1 of each. These I thought were going to be like super popular, so I got them individually, and we'll probably get these individual too, because I think once you try them all, you're going to find that there's a particular brush that you have like more use for. Like to you, probably this when you're shading, and I can see on some of the stencils where on the Pink Fresh Floral, you would want like a broader little bolder area, that those would probably like do magic to your stencil design. So these are the new brushes from Waffle Flower. So I think that's all I have to show you today. Anybody have any questions?
I'm still looking for the new arrivals.
Yeah, I'm going to give Jess a call as soon as I get off. And see, I know they're in the system because I think, are they scanning?
Yep, they're scanning.
They're scanning, so she just has to click the button.
It doesn't appear to be listed, but that might be a new category, which she hasn't.
Yeah. So
they're not under new arrivals.
Let me give her a call. I'm sure she's up. And we'll see if we can get those online. And if they're not online, like within the half hour, feel free to call the store and we'll pull the ones that you're interested in. Because they're really cool. The people that have seen them. Oh, there is a sunflower one that we didn't show.
Do you want to show it?
Yeah, they have a really pretty sunflower.
I just picked it up.
Yeah,
Because
that's one I didn't do because this
I
one
didn't
was
do it
just
either,
kind of
and now
selling
I'm
by
going back.
itself. There's this beautiful sunflower one. So,
Yeah, I don't see it on here, so the lady is right.
oh, Donna said she's going to see you later for her class.
She is?
Yep.
She's on Zoom, though, I
Yep.
think.
Mm-hmm. So, anybody have any questions? So, let me give Jess a call, and we'll get those online. And if they are not in a time frame that works for you, give the store a call, and we can just ring them up in the store. So, let me just go through them then and show you which ones we have. So, we have the Lisa Horton. We have the sunflower spray. We have the wild peony. There is the sweet pea. The tulip. Cheryl wants the mushroom and the peony.
Cheryl?
Yep, the mushroom. And Cheryl, I want to see what you do with the mushroom. Send me a picture.
She wants the peony and the mushroom.
The hibiscus. The daffodil. And this one I didn't do because this one was just selling on its own by itself too. This is the sunflower and roses. And this is a 6x6. Just beautiful. This one, we didn't even have to do anything and it was selling. Let's see if there's anybody else out there that has any other questions. So I think that's it for today. Such a lovely day out there. I don't know where you are, but over here it's already rained, was kind of snowing on our way in. Now it's stopped. It's kind of gray. Definitely a good day to stay in your craft room. You know, if you need supplies, we're here till 4. Come in and get them. And especially tomorrow, it's not going to be a nice day. So hopefully you'll do something fun this weekend. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. So we will try to put these online. Cheryl, you can call the store. We have yours here, so we can bring those out. And we'll see you guys. Everyone have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday.